What's up everybody? So this video is going to be about making a 7-segment display to build a alarm clock or something like that. For this project I'm going to try to use the most common stuff that I can find around. For the LEDs I'll use the common 5mm LEDs, and for the screen itself I'll use a plastic sheet that was inside of a LCD backlit monitor. So now let's take a look at how to build it. So the first thing I did was try to create a small example to have a better idea of what it would look like in the end. So I cut out a small piece of plastic, and with a small stencil of the shape of one segment I spray painted it black, and then used an LED to light it up and see what it would look like in the end. I have to say I'm pretty satisfied by this, so I'll proceed to make the whole project this way. So the next thing we want to do is create a rectangle of the plastic of the size that we want the display to be. After that we can use an X-Acto knife to cut out a bunch of little stencils out of paper of the shape and size of all the segments that we want. The next thing we do is glue on the stencils to the piece of plastic, and then we can spray paint it black. I didn't want to cut out so many stencils because it takes quite a while, so I reused the same ones and spray painted the plastic in 3 times by re-gluing the same stencils. So the next thing we need to make is some kind of a border or barrier that will separate all the segments. This is because each LED will light up its neighboring segments. To solve that we can make some thin cardboard rectangles and make cuts in them so that they stick together like little crosses, and then we can glue them all to the plastic sheet. The next thing we need is something that will hold all the LEDs in the right position and at the right distance from the front panel. For this I cut out a rectangle of masonite of the same size of the plastic one, and then I punched a bunch of holes, one for each LED, which corresponds to each segment. It's at this point in the project where I decided that the blue LEDs look better than the green ones. The last part of this project will be creating a sort of a frame or something to keep everything together that will also look nice from the outside. So I got a board that I had laying around and I cut it in 4 pieces. So after that I drilled some holes in them for screws and put it all together. So the last thing I wanted to do was add something in the front that would sort of cover the difference in color between the segments when they're off and the background, which is black. So all I did was get a sheet of white paper, and with some water and glue I glued it onto the front panel, and I think this makes it a lot easier to read and also nicer to see. The last thing to do now is check if it looks okay and if it seems to work. So with a 350 ohm resistor in series I tested some of the segments, and I have to say I'm pretty happy with how it looks. Okay, so thanks everyone for watching till the end of the video. I have to say I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. If you want to see how I turn this into a clock, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.